Welcome explorers, and welcome to the Big Explorer NZ. Today we are doing a personal walk tour with DOC, Department of Conservation. A lot of this will be voiced over as there's a lot of people talking during the tour guide. And we're going to look at a historical coal mining site up Denniston Way called Coalbrookdale. It's pretty cool. This is one of the tunnels we're walking through now on the what they call the rope road, and there's lots of mines and stuff like that. We're going to check out a really cool fan house and some other really cool stuff. I've managed to find a bit of history and some photos, and we'll get to that and bring you as much history as we can during the video. Photo description. In the early days, Coalbrookdale had a population of over 190 people. By the time the 1940s had come around, most families had moved away. Miss Crawford was the last to live at Coalbrookdale, and her house can be seen in this photograph here, first on the right. Coalbrookdale is part of Denniston, up on the plateau of the wild west coast. It was established in 1870, and Coalbrookdale was named by Julius Haast after a mining village in Shropshire, England. Part of the Coalbrookdale settlement was known as Poverty Point. This is where the single man lived in manuka and canvas shelters because of scarcity of building materials. Most of all, however, because of the mine entrance was just across the road, saving a long distance to walk in the terrible frozen conditions and sometimes snow. There is little to no information available on this two-story property that stood here, but here's an old photo showing the same bridge we're walking over at this point and the tunnel we just went through with the two-story chimney. Here lies the remains of villages, houses and factory buildings that only the concrete structures now remain.
Now in the right spot.
Back in the shrub, there is an old mine back here, not accessible today.
Here's one of the mine portals. It's now shut, flooded, full of water, now acting as a waterfall. You can see tracks and all sorts of stuff in there. What can we see in there? Wow, it's quite very intact in there actually. I don't know if you can see, but I can see perfectly with my own eyes. We're on a guided tour today with DOC, so we can't cross this area, but we'll have a look later on.
The big one down the end. There's one off the side.
Another mine entrance here. At the Coalbrookdale mine.
Here's a photo of this mine taken in 1910.
Completely shut off. Very cool. Right, explorers, so still on our guided tour here with DOC, Department of Conservation. Now this here is the main fan house for the Denniston mines, and the fan is huge and it blew air in and out of all the mines back in the day. This was one of the main inclines here for the Coalbrookdale mines. Now I thought I'd take a guided tour today, then I can learn more about the history to share. A lot of it is public, you can come and have a look. Some of what we've been shown is not, hence the tour, then we can show everyone. Some of my video will be voiceovers, and that is because I am on a tour and there's lots of people talking. There's old structures here, old buildings and a constructed rock wall there. It's all pretty interesting. And lots of stuff here, an old bridge here. And here's another mine portal. There's many mine portals. This one's collapsed now. You can see the railway tracks that went in there. It's all collapsed. That is the Cascade mine, or was. And this fan house here is just Doc have been restoring it, and the purpose of this tour is so they can show us what they've been doing to preserve it and its history. It was sat abandoned for a very long time, and we'll just go in here and have a bit of a look. Let's get some lights on. Some glasses off. Wow, so that's one of the big fan turbines here. Look at the size of that motor. Wow. All brick, and behind the back there, these massive doors here. Definitely worthwhile coming to have a look. Now this is one of the mine entrances that's shut off to public. We'll go up as close as we can and have a bit of a look. Wow, and that just goes straight down, all the way down. Wow, lots of metal poles holding it up. And it's got quite the echo, so it's obviously it's quite a deep mine. And we'll just quickly get round here before all the people on the tour are coming. I've gone ahead and just said let me just do a video, which is quite good. And this is the back side of the fan. And all the mine portals that I've shown on the video, it ventilated all of them. They're all connected. And we've got another mine entrance here. Wow. And it's a bit flooded there, but we'll get round that back and have a look. Well, they've cut some panels out here so you can look inside. The giant fan. Oh, cool. And just go around this side. See what we can see around here. Some of the ruins of the structures and stuff. Not sure how far we're allowed to go here. There's another mine back there, another fan. You can see a mine portal back there too. This whole area was populated with houses and buildings and stuff everywhere. We're looking at signboards all along the way. It shows all the stuff. Very, very interesting. Oh, so we can't go around the back. We have to go into some water. Very, very interesting. Look at the ruins of all these structures. Wow. You probably hear the tour guides in the background explaining stuff. pathway there too. Really interesting. I want to see if we can get on the back now. Just walk past all the people and I'll get back to you in a moment. Right, so just tour guide was just telling us, from the people, that this fan moved 2,000 cubic meters of air. And it went through the wall to that big motor we saw a moment ago. And we're full of tourists in here. Right, so I've just got wet feet going through there. It's worth it just to have a bit of a look. Not just for you guys, but for me too. Look at the big, massive machinery that operated the giant fan. Wow. We've got an intact rail line here for the carts, for further mines. Goes a bit further. There is chunks of ice all in that water. It's that cold. I've even seen bits of snow. And that just goes into the bush and goes nowhere. I can see that clearly. Not on camera, but that just cuts off and ends there. So literally the end of the line. But this structure, being as you know, well over 100 years old, it's just amazing. It's still standing. It's had a lot of work. Docker worked really hard to preserve it, to keep it all here, keep it intact. It's well worth it.
This is Burnett's Face, Denniston, one of the villages that's nearby to Coalbrookdale, up on the plateau. This is one of the many inclines which is up on the plateau. This is one of the many coal loading bays up on the plateau also. This is the main one for Coalbrookdale Loading Bay. This is the miners here from Coalbrookdale, taken in 1910, right outside the mine that we looked at in the video, which is now all boarded up. This is a bridge that we saw in the video where we saw the two-story chimney right after we come out of the Rope Road tunnel on the way to seeing this cool place. This is one of the houses that they lived in Coalbrookdale. This is the family that resided at the property at the time that they were working up here. And this here is the Coalbrookdale incline. The house here on the right hand side of the picture was Mrs. Crawford's house. She was the last lady to ever live up on Coalbrookdale. There's nothing but chimneys that remains today. Well, I hope you guys liked this history video we did today of the Coalbrookdale and Denniston incline. If you did like the video, then please do remember to like and subscribe and comment down below. And that's all for today, ladies and gentlemen. The Forsaken Explorer, over and out.
this shit not gonna